Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with My Hero Academia. Last time on My Hero Academia, we had Hero Killer Stain versus UA students. We got the confrontation between Stain, a bit of Ida, Midoriya, and Todoroki as well, while they were waiting for the pro heroes to arrive, basically. We are trying to teach Ida a lesson too, because he's on the ground because of his blood type, which we learned about Stain's true quirk, and he's like, no, you guys got to get out of here. I need to do this and stuff, and they're all saying it's like, then why are you trying to be a hero? This is not what being a hero is, basically. So hopefully they are inspiring him to get up and be a hero, not, take on Stain out of vengeance. So, we'll see. We will see how this goes. Also, in case you haven't seen any of my other videos where I talked about it, I'll mention briefly, wrist is a little damaged, so I can't really use this hand to write. So, yeah, and that's also why I've got these pillows here to just rest my arm on. So I'm going to be using this hand, actually, mostly. Just wanted to sort of mention that in case you're wondering if you haven't seen any of my other videos where I mentioned this. I guess that is pretty much that. Yeah, this is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. This is also where I say that if you want to watch my reaction to this episode of My Hero Academia, unfortunately it is not in this video due to copyright problems that I've had in the past, so what you got to do is head down in the description or to the pinned comment on this video. There'll be a link there. You go, you click it, it'll take you to my reaction highlight where the footage is in the corner. It's all edited nice and good, and you can watch that. You can hopefully have a good time, and when you're done watching that, you can pop right back over here for the discussion. So yeah, with that all being said, we might as well get right into this episode of My Hero Academia. Here we go. That was terrifying. Terrifying. To say the least. I was wondering, if All Might was going to come in and save the day, but no. He just sort of gave out. He's dead. He's dead, One of his ribs pierced his lung. Oh. Stain is a very interesting character. Because, yeah, his whole thing is that it's not just that he's always just killing heroes, He's not chaotic, basically. He's not chaotic like Shigaraki is. He does want to... He wants to fix society, Because there are those that he feels don't deserve to be heroes. Now, he never said if All Might was worthy. He just said that All Might was worthy of killing him. But that's it. Which I guess we're not really getting a resolution to. We got no interaction between Stain and All Might. Oh. So we got no resolution there. But that's the thing, is that he does... But that's why he wants to take out Shigaraki, but he will save Midoriya. Because he does deem Midoriya worthy of being a hero, basically. So, man, it is all interesting. It is all interesting and all crazy, too. Just so insane, But it's great. It's great. I love it. The first thing I wrote down in the notes here was fast enough. I like that, because, okay, so finally, kind of got through to Ida about being a hero. Don't do this for revenge. Do this because you're a hero. So finally we did that, and then, God, right as Stain was going to pretty much, it almost looked like he was about to slice Todoroki's arm off. Luckily, Ida got up and got there because, and I like that. It's like, okay, in that sort of situation, Ida is the only one fast enough. Now, it does make me curious, if you stack them up, who's faster, all in all? Is it Ida or is it Midoriya? I would probably go for Ida, but then, you can sort of say, it's like, oh, well, that's sort of like a, who's faster, Superman or the Flash, It's like, well, the Flash is specifically built for speed. Superman just happens to be fast, So, now I will say, at least right now, I don't think Midoriya is quite there yet. Like, maybe if Midoriya trained more, but then again, Ida's going to train more. So, I don't know. But I did like that Ida was the only one fast enough in order to do that. And I do love, everything is, all of his combat is based on his legs because he's that fast. And, like I've said before, is that his quirk, it's not just that, well, he's fast. It's that he specifically has engines in his legs that allows him to run faster. So, I do like that. Okay, I wrote down Ruin Hero. So yeah, we did, get a lot more into Stain's philosophy, basically. That it's people like Ida, or apparently Native, or Ingenium, that ruin the name hero. And that's the thing, is this is a very, unique kind of villain, to where, it's like, it's not that he opposes all heroes and he just wants to be, a bad guy just for the hell of it. He does what he does because there's not enough real heroes in his eyes, So, being the fanatic extremist that he is, he goes and kills everyone that he deems to be unworthy of being a hero. Although, it's not often that he doesn't always kill them, because in the case of Ingenium, he wanted him to be the first example, basically. So, which in a sense he did kill Ingenium because he paralyzed him. So, yeah. Let's see. I wrote down Climax. So, that was crazy when we had, both Ida and Midoriya running up. Ida to kick him and Midoriya to punch him. I did like that. I really did like that. And it's also interesting that, pretty much immediately after, Midoriya is like, crap, my arm. Did I break it? Did I use too much power? And that is something interesting, because he is still training. It's only been, maybe 1 or 2 days since he figured out how to pull off the 5% one for all, or one for all full cowling. So he's still not accustomed to it yet. So it does make sense that he might accidentally use too much power and end up breaking his arm again. Hopefully Recovery Girl, helps out with that, because that's the thing, is that if it's accidental, I think she would be more okay with it. She was more, concerned about, she was talking about more, it's like, this is the only way he is. He's intentionally breaking his, his appendages, basically. He's breaking all of his bones in order to fight. So, that way, if it's an accident, I'm sure she'll be more inclined to help heal, which, if he broke all of his arms, if he broke his arms intentionally, well, no. I mean, because she said that she wasn't going to heal those kinds of wounds anymore, so you have to kind of take that. But yeah, I really did like that. Just completely, knocking him out. Because that's the thing is, they talk about, they talk about the fact that, okay, he has a quirk, but his quirk is, pretty random and unreliable. His quirk is random and unreliable, so he doesn't, like he said, he doesn't rely on his quirk as much as the others do. Because he can't rely on his quirk, basically. He has to use, all of his, he basically had to make his body durable enough to withstand a lot of these attacks, but it does get difficult. There's only so much his body can take. He's only so fast, He's only so fast. He's only so durable. And especially, like, Todoroki said, I think, when it's like, okay, he's taking on multiple people, that's going to be difficult for him. So I did like that. But honestly, part of that, it's like, okay, yeah, he has his durability. He has his stamina that are all what seem to be, superhuman, just not, quirk-based. But especially with that ending there, it's definitely like half of this is the adrenaline of his own willpower, basically. It's his own willpower that allows him to do most of this stuff. And you definitely see that at the end there. And then especially when, right at the end is basically like he still has all the willpower, which may even be what, stopped everyone, but then his body catches up with him and he dies. So, let's see. I wrote down low temp. So, when Endeavor first burned that one Nomu, he said that was a low temperature warning shot. Okay, so I like that there are differences, because, I mean, how does Endeavor, like, fight, common criminals with fire? He's gonna, burn people, scar people, kill people. It's like, you gotta be careful, but they do say he is the hero with the most victories, basically. Like, he's the, which I think last episode, we were like, what is it, defeats? Like, no, it'd be victories, his victories, So, so that was interesting, getting a bit of like, okay, this is how, he works with his power, which I do like, which you could also maybe think, Todoroki does that, Shoto does that. It's possible, it's possible that, it's possible the only thing would be, he doesn't use his left side that often. So he might not actually be too well versed in it, maybe, because he's focused more on his right side for so long. But you have to think he knows what he's doing. And definitely, here, when it shows him, I mean, he pretty much used his left side as much as his right side, and he seemed pretty adept with it, so. Okay. So yeah, that was interesting. I did like that. I wrote down Aftermath. We got a bit of the aftermath with, Ida apologizing for getting the two of them involved. But it's all okay. It's all okay. And I liked, getting all the heroes together. And I like, Gran Torino showing up and being like, what the hell? I told you to stay on the train, So, that was funny. And then just that last Nomu, which first off, we saw Endeavor pierced one of that Nomu's eyes with a fire spear, which is pretty incredible. I did like, showing off what Endeavor does, and it was all so creative, more than just the normal just throw fire, which honestly Todoroki was doing that whole time. Also, another interesting point is that Gran Torino always called him Todoroki, never Endeavor. He never called him Endeavor, he always called him Todoroki. I thought that was an interesting thing, because he obviously recognizes Endeavor, obviously with saying Todoroki, but Endeavor doesn't recognize him, which is interesting. So, I don't know, maybe they knew each other, and, I don't know, Endeavor's an asshole, and he didn't want to remember, I don't know. So, but then that Nomu, that last flying Nomu comes in, takes Midoriya, and it's, of all people, it's Stain that actually goes in and saves him, because he said Midoriya is worthy. He is a worthy hero in the eyes of Stain, and this Nomu is from, Shigaraki, who he hates. He hates Shigaraki. So, so that was interesting. Just him saving Midoriya. And then we almost got a fight between Stain and Endeavor. But then, and just that last scene, where he's going nuts and his mask is off and it's like his nose, he's got like a Voldemort nose going on. And and you see like the blood moon, and he's shadowed but red eyes. Oh, oh, oh! The choir's going nuts, and they are all petrified of him. Like, it is insane. Like, everyone, even Endeavor, is petrified of him. None of them can move. None of them can move against him. That was terrifying. That was a terrifying last scene, and then it just stops. And he was saying that whole, he was saying it's like there's only one hero worthy enough to kill me, All Might. And I'm thinking like, okay, are we leading to, is All Might going to show up and take him on? Maybe we get All Might and Endeavor versus Stain. That would be kind of cool. And it's like, oh, if All Might shows up, Endeavor's going to be pissed. But it's like, nope, he just stops. Stain just stops, and it's like, oh, he's dead. One of his broken ribs pierced his lung. He's dead. He died. His willpower basically couldn't keep him alive any longer. He's basically been running on the adrenaline, and now it's over. He's dead. He literally fought himself to death. Whew. He was the only, and I like that they say he was the only one with fight left in him at the end. None of them could move against him because he's pretty scary, He's pretty scary. He's a psychopathic serial killer, basically, which is different from our that is a little different from a normal comic book villain, Like Shigaraki or like Kurogiri, are sort of normal comic book villains, but then you get Stain. It's like, no, this is a little too much. Like this is a little too much. But yeah, that was intense. That was terrifying, and they were all terrified too. That may have been the scariest part, is that they were all terrified to do anything. But yeah, great episode, great episode. Really, really enjoyed it. And yeah, that is pretty much all I wrote down for it. So, yeah, with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my My Hero Academia reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.